Hey everyone, and welcome to my craft room. My name's Julianne Richards and I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator in southern Tasmania. Thanks for joining me. At short notice, I know I haven't actually put an event out for this one, but I thought I'd do a quick video just while the house is quiet and just before I start cooking our dinner tonight. So when I say quick video, it is going to be exactly that. So if I miss you, please, thanks for dropping in on the replay later on. Okay, so the card I'm going to do today is something like this one. It's slightly different. I've sort of changed the design a little bit, although I do love this one. The next one I'm going to do is going to be slightly stepped up from this, if that's at all possible. But anyway, yes, so it's features the Sweet Strawberry bundle, which is the Sweet Strawberry stamp set and punch, which are currently available in the January to June mini catalogue, which is on sale or available to customers at the moment. So I've made it a slimline card, and actually it's my first ever slimline card. I haven't done one before. I've been putting it off because I don't actually have any envelopes to match this size, but I thought, hey, if you're going to do it, you might as well use one of your favourite stamp sets to show them off. So as I say, I'm going to have to find my envelope maker somewhere, tucked away in a pile somewhere, and actually make a little envelope the right size for this one. I see a couple of people jumping on. Hello Margie, happy birthday for the day before yesterday, was it? Day before yesterday, 15th? Yes, so happy birthday anyway. Okay, so basically, yes, this is the card I'm going to make. I've got everything cut and I've got most of it already coloured. So basically it's just going to be assembling, but I'll show you how I've got to the point I have. Okay, so as I say, everything's already cut. We've got the stamp set and the bundle. Okay, so I did a floating frame card very recently. So if you go back and find that video, basically gave the rundown on how I stamp this particular stamp set and don't waste paper. But I'll show you just briefly what I do just for this one. And if you want it more in depth, go back to the previous video. Basically what you do, or what I do with these composite punches that Stampin' Up bring out, is punch one copy or one punch of the arrangement of the images onto a piece of cardstock. Then what you can do is basically arrange the appropriate stamps in the order or in the positions that they are in the punch. So basically, I'll have to do it now that I've started. Pop them in the holes that fit the punch. So here we've got these four little images here, the four little stamps that fit the images. So you can feel when they're in the right spot, because you'll feel them hit against the edges of the cardstock there. So they're in the right, except for when they stick to your finger. I'll take my glasses off so I can see. In the right positions on the paper. So you can do that with all the composite sort of punches that Stampin' Up has. There's a fair few of them out there now. There's a really popular little snowman. Oh gosh, don't move you guys. Real popular little snowman one that was just out for Christmas. So you can do the same. Then you bring your block in and stick your stamps to your block. So now when we stamp this, and I'll find a piece of cardstock, when we stamp this, you'll know that it will cut out nicely with the punch, and I'll show you in a second. I've got some black. Oh, now I've got images, little coloured images going everywhere. So if I ink that up now, and stamp it off, then I know that if I bring my punch in, everything is in the right position and you don't waste any cardstock. Here we are. Just pop it in the right place, give it a punch. Oh, one of them just fell on the floor. and you've got your images there. The little flower's just fallen on the floor, so I won't pick that up just at the minute. But anyway, so you've got your little images. So then all you need to do is bring in either your favourite colouring medium, or you can use the little fill-in stamps in the set to actually colour those images in. And that's basically what I've done here with, I've got all of these little strawberries and lots of strawberries and leaves. So I've got 6 of each. I've got 6 leaves, I've got 6 strawberries, and I've got 6 flowers. So I have created all those little images there. If I can find them, I need to find them. There we are, all in my little envelope there. So 6 of everything there for my card. So what the colours I've used Granny Apple Green for the leaves and for the little stalks on the strawberries. I've used Poppy Parade on the strawberries themselves, and I've used Flirty Flamingo on the little flowers. I know strawberry flowers are usually white, but I just do love the Flirty Flamingo in this particular case. So for my, I'll just pop those over the side. For my card today, there's more strawberries and more leaves, they're everywhere. For my card today, I have Whisper White Thick cardstock, 8 1/4, which is basically the full length of an A4, or the full width of an A4 sheet of paper, by 7 1/2. I've scored it at 3 3/4, and that gives us our Slimline card. Then I've got a panel of Poppy Parade, which is 1/4 inch smaller, so that's basically 8 inches by 3 1/2. And then I've got another panel of Whisper White again, and that's another 1/4 inch smaller again, so that's 7 3/4 by 3 1/4. What's that? 3 3/4, 3 1/2. Yeah, 3 1/4. So there we are. So there's our layers. So I'm just going to use the top one at the moment. So the stamp I'm going to use first of all from the set, apart from our lovely strawberries, part is this one here, which is really cute. It's actually got the leaves and the stems and the flowers all on one stamp. So what I'm going to do is to form a background of these images, just like there are strawberries in a strawberry patch, just sort of layering them, sort of making them look sort of random, making them all sort of interweave each other and butt up to each other and look like they're all growing out of the soil in your strawberry patch. So just all of them, just all around. So you might go off the edge a little bit, so make sure you're stamping on a surface that's that you don't mind getting a bit inky, that you can wipe off, because we will go off the edge in a minute once we've got these full ones on. Like that. So we're just making a background of these little strawberry runners. There we are. So now I'll use part of the stamps just to fill in the gaps off the edge. So you basically want to fill in a large part of the cardstock. Here we are, that's about it. Just some flowers off the edge here. Here we are. Okay, so I'm pretty happy with that. I'll just put a leaf here. There we are. Okay, so that's our background of strawberries. Okay, so for this one, the background, I'm actually going to colour it with blends. So I've got the light and dark Granny Apple Green and the light and dark Flirty Flamingo. So I won't colour them all because that could take far too long. and my family will start wanting their dinner. So what I'm going to do basically is just take the dark granny apple green and colour in sort of 90% of each of those leaves, just leaving the white or the blank at the very edges of the leaf, just like so. And then with the light granny apple green, just come in and fill in the rest. So that gives it sort of a, as we say, a blended look, a bit of interest, a bit of 3D sort of appearance. Okay, so you basically complete all of the leaves on that page with the granny apple green. Then for the little flowers, I'm just going to do them basically in the light Flirty Flamingo. So I'm not going to blend them at all, and you'll see why in a moment. Basically I like them just to be the background. So just go all the way around and do those with the Flirty Flamingo. So if you can imagine that completely coloured in, here's one I prepared earlier. Okay, so there you can see we've got all our leaves with the light and dark granny apple green, and then we've got all the flowers with the Flirty Flamingo. I might just bring that a little bit closer so you can see it. Okay, so that's the colouring of that done. Okay, so the next thing we probably need to do is bring in our little strawberries and our extra flowers and leaves. I have actually done something slightly different with this one. I wanted to give the strawberries some of those runners, you know, those tendril sort of things that strawberries get, the sort of long, the things that, yeah, I think they're runners actually. They come off the strawberries and then create baby strawberries. So what I've done is from the stitched, I've racked my brain for something that would give me that sort of I don't know what we call it, sort of whippy sort of look, like a tendril. And I found this particular die in the Stitched Stars dies. It's this one here. It's actually quite lovely as for stars, but it does have these sort of, yeah, whippy bits at the end, which is what I'm going to be using. I'm going to cut off the stars and just use those end bits. So here I have one here that I just die cut. And what I'm going to do is chop out the centre and just keep the ends, which are going to be my runners. So just, we're going to have to hide them behind our strawberries, obviously. But that's just the bits I want there. Okay, so you can see it sort of looks that sort of runner, strawberry runner sort of look. I've got 4 of those, so I'm going to pop those on as well, coming out from behind the strawberries. Okay, so this one, I was quite constant in my strawberries. We've got 2 strawberries there, 2 strawberries there, and 2 strawberries there. I thought, no, you've got to mix it up a bit, Julianne. So I'm going to have these in slightly different configuration. So I'm going to have a bunch of 3 strawberries at this end. Just like that, sort of just coming off the strawberry vine. And I'm going to put one of them on dimensionals as well to give it a bit of height. So I thought I'd go 1 there, 3 there. But I mean, you guys can do whatever you want. And then I thought I'd put 2 here. So unfortunately, yeah, even with me there's some symmetry because it's 1, 2 and 3, but I can't help myself. There's some sort of pattern to everything I do, just about. And pop 1 there, just to mix it up a little bit. I'm going to bring in my little tendrils and my leaves and everything as well, so we might as well start that off. Okay, so let's see what's the best way of doing this. Okay, I might bring those off. I'm going to put my runners in behind there. So the granny apple green and the leaves, sort of, it looks really good. It's not going to show up too much, but you'll see it. Put that there. So we want to hide the stars that are left over from when I cut the die, from when I die cut, but we want just the curves to come out. So I think that's probably about right there. So let's just use a tiny bit. Actually, I can probably just, I'll leave those there and I'll just put the glue on the back of the strawberries, and then the strawberries will glue down the runners. Okay, so just there. And I have already put Wink of Stella on these strawberries, so they've already got that really nice little shimmer that comes with Wink of Stella. Like that. And this third one, I'm going to pop up on some dimensionals. If I can find some. Here's a nice end bit there, I can use that. Here we are. And just pop him there. There we are. So that's our lot of 3 strawberries there. So I'm going to bring in some leaves as well. I might pop those in before it dries too much, because I want to slip it in under the strawberry. Probably could have put it first. Just slip it in under there. There we are. So you are going to cover over the background a little bit, but that's fine. There we are. Okay, so we'll put these 2 in here. Give them a little tendrily thing. Okay, so I'll glue this one. There we are. Pop the other one on a dimensional. I need another end bit. There we go, that's a nice big end bit. No, I'll get another one. That's a big one. And pop that one there. And pop a leaf behind there as well. There we are. We're building up a real scene here, aren't we? A real strawberry patch scene. And then the last one's going to be just here by itself. So we'll pop him up on a dimensional on his own. And just pop him there. With a couple of leaves. Yep, there's the other one. And then what we can do is then bring in our extra little flowers, and I'm going to put them all on dimensionals so they sort of all stick up nice and high. So just these little extra flowers in the Flirty Flamingo. Pop those around. I'm going to go over some of the existing flowers just to give them the right on the end of the stalks there. So just pop them over the background flowers. And then just some out on their own. Really sticky fingers now. Everything's sticking. Yeah. There we go. Just get something to wipe those fingers of mine. Oh, I didn't give him a tendril. Might be a bit late now. No, can't really. Oh yeah, there you go. That can go up under there. That's all right. I'll do that. Just give it a little bit of glue on the back, just on that star. Come on, glue. Sometimes you can get too much glue and sometimes you can't get enough. So I'll just pop that in there. Here we are. So he's got his tendril. Finish off with these little flowers. So how many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There should be another one somewhere. Doesn't matter too much if I can't find it. He's gone missing. There should be a fifth. Oh no, there it is. There it is. You could probably all see it and I couldn't. There we go. Last one. Where will that go? Up here. There we are. So how's that? It's really cute, isn't it? Okay, and of course it needs some bling. Ugh. Or just some basic rhinestones. I'm just going to pop those just in where the gaps seem to be, just to give a bit of extra shine. As I say, there's going to be some shine on those strawberries with the wink of Stella, but I'll just add some little rhinestones as well. So I'm going to put 5 on. That's quite a lot for me. I usually only do 3. But I think this is a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we are. So that's, I think that's really, really sweet. It's sort of a real strawberry patch happening, isn't it? Anyway, I haven't got a sentiment on there yet. We'll have to think about that. So I'm going to put that onto my Poppy Parade. Lost my thoughts there. Just straight onto my Poppy Parade, and then onto my card base. And then I think the red and the white is quite nice together. It's a nice contrast against each other. Here we are. Make sure that didn't move. There we are. Okay, so that's our basic card there, which is really, really nice, I think. Quite blingy. Sentiment-wise, let's have a think. I've got a nice little strip of leftover Whisper White here, and it's a matter of whether I've left myself enough room to actually put a sentiment on. The sentiment was a bit of an afterthought on the first card. It's even more of an afterthought on this one. Something everywhere. Right, I should have probably put the rhinestones on last. Anyway, let's have a look what sentiments we've got. I think there's just a little thank you there. How about we just use this little thank you, which is nice and slender. Oh, it's already blocked up. Got a little thank you. There. You could always just go sentimentless. There'd be nothing to say you needed a sentiment there. Just pop that on there. There we are. Trim that off. And then we'll work out. My mind's racing at the same time, trying to go, where are you going to put it? Where are you going to put it? I think there. I think that's about the only spot. So it's going to have to be on dimensionals because it's over the top of that, unless I can, no, oh, hang on. No, then it's over that one. No, I think it's going to have to be there with some dimensionals underneath it. Just a couple. Just pop that little end up under there. Just bridges the middle. Oh, hang on. It has to be in the middle because it's going to rest on this strawberry here with some glue, I think. That's better. There we are. It's almost a shame to cover them over, isn't it? A little bit of glue on the end there. Okay, so there we have our little strawberry thank you card just there like that. So what I might actually do is the second part of that sentiment is actually that was so sweet of you. So we've got thank you, that was so sweet of you. So I might put the that was so sweet of you on the inside. And you could pop some strawberries or some flowers or something around that as well, just to decorate the inside. But I'm just going to leave it blank. I think there's enough happening on the front of the card. There we are. Okay, so that's my second swim. You've now witnessed my second Slimline card. So this one was my first ever Slimline card, and so this one is my second. Actually, the first one is real red. The strawberries and the backing are all real red, where the second one I've used Poppy Parade, so I don't know which one I prefer. I think I actually prefer the Poppy Parade because it goes slightly orangey with the Wink of Stella, which is quite nice. So there we go. They were pretty similar. I've broken up the symmetry a little bit with the second card. So tell me which one you guys prefer. I don't suppose they're both beautiful. Although I quite like these little runners that I've put in. So you could do that with if you've got the Stitched Stars die or any other die that has that sort of flourish at the end like that. You can do that with as well. So there's my two cards for today. I told you it was going to be a quickie. Thankfully I'd prepared most of that, or you'd be watching me colour for hours and hours and hours. But with the stamps the way they are, you can do them quite quickly. So as I say, this is the Sweet Strawberry bundle. It comes with the stamp set and the punch, which is really, really, really handy for beginners, or if you just want a nice quick result. The punches are always good. No worries about die cutting machines or fussy cutting, so they're really, really quick and easy. So I love the Sweet Strawberry bundle, as you've probably worked out, because I have used nothing but over the last couple of weeks, or the last week or so. I promise I'll move on to something for my next video, so no more strawberries for a while, I promise. Yeah, so thanks for joining me. It was a quickie. Have a nice Saturday night, or Saturday, wherever you're watching me from. Have a great weekend, and I will see you all next time. Okay, bye.